Hey, welcome back campers, you middle school campers, 6th and 7th grade, welcome back to math. What we're going to be covering today is ratio and proportion under 1.2, recognizing and represent the relationship between quantities. You need to be able to recognize, identify. Represent means you need to be able to actually perform or do something that shows that you can actually perform the act by creating your own. So representing is you actually doing it. In this particular one, you're going to identify equivalent ratios. And when we talk about equivalent ratios, it's talking about, are these ratios related to each other? And you're going to practice that particular standard as I click and move on under J2. J2 for 7th grade in IXL. So we're going to practice this standard here. And what you're going to find out when you practice this standard and identify, are the ratios equivalent? If the question has been asked, do they have the same value? So sometimes it could be equal, meaning that the ratios will be the same. For example, a ratio of 4 and 2, is it equivalent to the same thing as saying 8 and 4? So the way you can do this easily, you can rewrite this as a fraction, which would be 4 over 2 is equal to 8 over 4. And we can look at the denominators and see that they are both equal. First of all, they're even. 2 and 4, which 4 is a multiple of 2, 2 times 2 is 4. And then we can see if in fact, this is a very simple one, if in fact we used whatever it takes to make 2 and 4, which is 2, we multiply it by the top and the bottom, would it be equal? In this particular case, it would be equivalent fraction. So this will be equivalent. So we want to compare by looking at the denominators. These are the rules we want to follow. We want to try to rewrite the ratio as a fraction, as we did here, 4 in relationship to 2 and 8 in relationship to 4, and compare the denominators and see if they're in common. Can we come up with a common multiple? And if we do, we then know that they are actually equivalent based upon that rule. So under 1.2, recognize and represent relationship between quantities, you're going to go in and practice identifying if these particular ratios are equivalent. And you're going to practice it under 7th grade J2. For 6th and 7th grade, it's going to be the standard J2. All right, so look forward to seeing you in class. Make sure you get good practice time. And remember to believe in yourself, and see you on the other side in the next lesson.